Hey everyone, and welcome back to Bites of Italy. I'm Natalie.
And I'm Scotty. Thanks for joining us for episode 10 of the podcast.
And what an episode it is, because today we're heading to the Vatican.
That's right. If you're planning a visit anytime soon, you're going to be caught up in the divine chaos that is the Vatican Jubilee of 2025.
Tens of millions of pilgrims and curious travelers are descending on Rome this year. So, for all you brave souls venturing into the Eternal City, know that it's going to be crowded, it's going to be loud, and it's going to be unforgettable.
Buckle up, because navigating this divine madness will require a combination of patience and wise planning.
And that's exactly what we're here for. Today we're helping you plan not just how to survive, but how to savor the experience. Specifically, where to eat, drink, and relax near the Vatican, one of the most iconic landmarks in the world.
We've rounded up some really great spots to prepare for a day of sightseeing, taking selfies, and admiring the Sistine ceiling, or unwind after it.
Places that really give you a taste of authentic Roman cuisine, and all within a short walk of the Vatican.
That's the key. You don't want to be trekking all over town when you're, trying to see the sights and you're on a tight schedule, right?
Right. So first up, we have this place that kind of felt like a Roman institution, but with a very modern twist. It's called Gabrini, Ancient New Gastronomy.
Ancient because this structure has hosted a historic delicatessen since 1926. New because it looks to the future, and the name itself has serious roots. It comes from Nicola di Lorenzo Gabrini, a Roman politician and leader who played an important role in Roman history at the time.
There's this strong sense of history there. But what we both really noticed was how they seamlessly blend that with a modern take on food.
Yeah, it's like an all-day hub with a cafe, delicatessen, pizzeria, rotisserie, wine bar, and osteria. You can start your day with coffee and breakfast there.
Or maybe pick up some stuff for later because they have some goodies to take away.
Exactly. You can also have lunch there, or aperitivo.
Good idea. You can choose from their wine list, which focuses on natural wines, or opt for a fantastic selection of beers from 10 taps with a really interesting range of craft beers.
That's a lot of choices.
You can even have dinner there, because in the evening, Gabrini transforms into an osteria.
They really do cover it all. Now let's talk about food.
For lunch, you have to try their Roman-style pizza.
Tell us about the pizza.
This is pizza al taglio, which is basically pizza by the slice. It's sold by weight, so you can get exactly how much you want.
I love this because you could try several different kinds without having to commit to a whole pie.
And they use all these great toppings, like really high-quality stuff from local producers. And their Roman-style artichoke pizza is a must-try. The artichokes were so tender and flavorful, and the crust was perfect.
Artichokes, a classic Roman ingredient. I love artichokes. That's definitely going on the list.
And speaking of must-tries, they're really well known for their rotisserie chicken.
This is not your average chicken. We're talking free-range chicken marinated for 24 hours. And then it's slow-cooked on the rotisserie for another 2 hours. It's super soft and delicious, perfect for a quick bite.
And get this, if you don't make it there for lunch, they also serve their chicken in the evening at the osteria, with some really nice buttered vegetables.
So, whether you're in a hurry or you want a more relaxed meal, that chicken is a winner.
And they've got something a little adventurous too. If you go there for dinner, try the Tripe di Pollo.
Which is octopus tripe.
Exactly. More precisely, an octopus head, which in appearance and consistency resembles veal tripe. Here stewed with tomatoes, mint, and served with pecorino cheese. It's a really delicate take on those classic Roman tripe dishes.
It's a unique dish. It perfectly captures that blend of tradition and innovation that they're going for.
Gabrini's got you covered. Whether you're looking for a coffee, a quick lunch, or a more like sit-down dinner kind of thing. Now, moving on to our next recommendation.
Let's go to the restaurant Romanè on Via Cipro, a 15 minutes walk from the Vatican Museum.
Romanè, so it's like classic Roman food.
Yeah, simple osteria. They use family recipes, and it's all very traditional Roman cooking.
Like the kind of dishes your Roman grandmother would make.
Like real home-style cooking. So, think hearty, rich, flavorful sauces, generous portions, and the atmosphere is really authentically Roman, too.
Tell us more.
It's one big, bright dining room, and they have some outdoor seating right on a busy street, so you can really soak up the city vibes.
That sounds lively.
And the decor is pretty simple, minimalist, except they have these really colorful Buon Ricordo plates hanging on the walls.
Those were eye-catching. And there's a really nice story behind them.
Yeah. About 60 years ago, a group of restaurants across Italy started this tradition. Each participating restaurant would have its own unique, hand-painted ceramic plate, featuring its signature dish. And the idea was that diners could purchase the plate as a souvenir, a good memory of their meal.
That's cool. And they're actually quite collectible now. You can even find them in design stores, right?
Yeah, it's like a little piece of Italian culinary history.
It's a nice touch.
At Romanè, you can either order a la carte or go for their tasting menu. That costs around €50, and you get a Buon Ricordo plate to take home.
That's a good deal. Tell us, what is the restaurant's specialty that you will find on their plate?
Pollo alla Cacciatora.
Hunter's chicken stew, a staple of Italian-American cuisine.
Now, for our listeners who might be more familiar with the version with tomatoes, the Roman style is quite different. The traditional Roman Pollo alla Cacciatora is actually a white stew.
White, meaning it's made without tomatoes.
Exactly. Just chicken, white wine, vinegar, olive oil, garlic, and rosemary.
Romanè's version is exceptional. A really authentic taste of Roman home cooking. And the service is efficient and friendly. No airs and graces, just straight to the point.
Just good, solid Roman hospitality. And the restaurant is actually connected to Stefano Caligari.
We know that name. He created the trapezzino, pizza pockets, which we talked about in the episode about Trastevere.
Exactly. He's like a big name in the Roman food scene.
So, you know the food is going to be good. What about the drinks?
They've got an extensive wine list with lots of options by the glass. Plus a decent selection of craft beer, if that's more your thing.
Something for everyone.
Speaking of wine, our next stop is Enofficina, a wine bar with a kitchen.
This place, with charming vintage interior and some outdoor seating, had such a welcoming atmosphere. Really friendly, laid-back vibe. Perfect place to unwind after a day of sightseeing. Just chill out and have a glass of wine.
And apparently it's a popular spot for locals to come for lunch breaks and aperitivo in the evening.
That's always a good sign.
Yeah, and the service is informal and friendly, and they're really good at giving wine recommendations.
That's important in a wine bar.
Oh yeah, they have a really interesting selection of wine. So if you're not sure what to get, just ask. They'll steer you in the right direction.
And while it is a wine bar first and foremost, the food is definitely not an afterthought. What kind of food do they have?
Well, they do things like platters of cured meats and cheeses, sandwiches, salads, and they also have daily specials.
Good for like a light lunch or maybe sharing some plates.
Exactly. And my recommendation is the Burrata with Puntarelle. Burrata is essentially a ball of fresh mozzarella cheese filled with cream, and Puntarelle is a kind of chicory that's popular in Rome. It is slightly bitter and is often served with anchovy dressing.
So, creamy burrata with bitter puntarelle and salty anchovies.
Sounds amazing, right?
Yeah, that's a great combination of flavors. And I bet it would pair really well with a crisp white wine.
And we're talking about wine again. But that's good, because our last stop is about it. Ready for something completely different and totally unique?
Always.
Okay. Last but not least, we have Fischio, a tiny, almost hidden boho-style kiosk on Piazzale near the Cipro metro station just north of the Vatican. They have outdoor seats, but there are only about 15 tables, and they're usually packed.
So, it's a popular spot.
Yeah, and they're all pretty close together. You might end up sharing a table with someone.
That's fun, though, like a communal vibe.
And there's some space to lean against the walls, or you might even just be standing.
Okay, so it's not a place to go for a long, leisurely meal.
No, Fischio has this cool, almost underground vibe. They open early and serve amazing specialty coffee.
If you need your morning coffee fix, you can go there.
They got you covered. But their real focus, especially later in the day, is on natural wine and surprisingly good canned cocktails.
Canned cocktails. That's interesting. And the natural wine selection? What's that like?
Well, they have a fantastic rotating selection, so there's always something new to try. And the people who work there are so friendly and genuinely passionate about their wines. They really add to the whole experience.
It sounds like a really cool spot. The kind of place where you can just relax, try something new, and really feel like you stumbled upon a local gem. A hidden gem. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a unique and worthwhile experience in Rome.
And even if it's crowded, it's worth having a drink and soaking up the atmosphere, seeing some locals hanging out and getting a real taste of Roman life.
Fischio is definitely one of those places that could make your trip really memorable.
Okay, folks, we've covered a lot of ground here. We've explored 4 very different but equally fantastic options, all within easy reach of the Vatican.
There's Gabrini, the all-day spot that beautifully blends that historical Roman feel with a modern culinary approach.
Next up, we have Romanè restaurant with their incredibly authentic, classic Roman flavors in a cozy, traditional setting.
And Enofficina, the relaxing wine bar with delicious small plates.
And finally, Fischio, a super cool, one-of-a-kind kiosk with natural wine and exceptional coffee.
So many great options.
Yeah. And the great thing is there's something for everyone. Whether you're looking for a quick lunch, a fancy dinner, a glass of wine, a craft beer, or just an amazing cup of coffee.
And best of all, these are places where you can really experience the local food culture. Get a taste of what it's really like to eat and drink in Rome.
As you plan your trip to the Vatican, think about which of these places calls to you the most.
But whatever you do, make sure to come hungry and get ready for a delicious adventure, because Rome is a city that truly satisfies every appetite.
And hey, before you go, don't forget to subscribe to Bites of Italy. And if you liked this episode, give it a thumbs up and leave us a comment under the video. It really helps us spread the word to fellow food lovers.
We love hearing from you, and every like, comment, and subscription helps more people discover the delicious side of Italy.
And next week, we taste one of the most iconic foods of all, pizza.
From crispy pizza al taglio to pizza alla palla, we'll guide you to the very best Roman-style slices in the city.
Until next time, buon appetito!
Ciao!